is a beautiful evening in Africa. I'm sure wherever you are right now, you're having a beautiful time. You know how we do on a beautiful evening in Africa? We like to tell stories. We like to tell beautiful stories. And right now, what Football Africa will be doing tonight is we'll be telling you the beautiful story of African football. This is Football Africa. My name is Adeoye Salem. And I say to you out there, have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Today, we have a whole lot of stuff for you today, but one of our strongest talking points today will be local leagues. Where is the magic? That's our strong talking point. You see, Africa used to have a thriving local league, and then something happened somewhere along the line, and the shine is off our local leagues. And now what we do focus more on is the European leagues. What really happened? What went wrong? How did it go wrong? Where did it go wrong? That's one of the things we'll be treating today. But before we do that, we'd like to go on a short break. When we come back, we'll be talking to you African football, the way we do on Football Africa. My name is Adeoye Salem, and I'll see you after this short break. Don't go away. I'll be with you soon.
Welcome to Body Matrix.
My name is Tulu Ajayi, and you're watching Short in Short.
This is Girl Sport, where we chill, gist, and most of all, have fun.
That's what I said.
My name is Ruby Gang, and you are here to watch the Ruby Gang edition of High on Fire.
High on Fire.
Yeah, what was the crazy one? Don't be deceived. She's crazy. Yes.
Guys, this is still R2 Buzz, and right now we're on our number 6 video.
I still think it's supposed to be number 1 anyway, but whatever.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Skype, you name it. There's also Vine. We are entertainment at its best on R2TV.
Keep watching R2.
R2.
R2. R2. R2.
R2 TV. This is Cool DJ Jimmy Jad, you know.
R2 TV. Keep it locked every day. You heard?
I switched to Etisalat because my old network wasn't working. I was there for about 10 minutes, and then when the text came in, I just switched my SIM card and it was working right away. No downtime, nothing. If I had known what I know now, I would have switched a long time ago.
As a fashion designer, I get to travel the world a lot. In most of these places I go to, I roam my line, and being able to relate to customers wherever I am, and it's still the same quality, it's amazing.
My definition of quality is good telephone conversation experience, good data experience, dependability. You're using a network that you know you can trust. I trust Etisalat.
Well, as a publishing house, it's important that we are able to download data fast. And if you have deadlines, you've got to be sure that you have something that works. Since I switched to Etisalat, it's the speed, it's data speed.
Switching your number to the Etisalat network is easier than ever. Walk into any Etisalat Experience Center, show valid identification, get your new SIM, and in no time at all, you're on the Etisalat network. Switch to quality today.
Etisalat, now you're talking.
Okay, this is still Football Afrique, and of course, my name still remains Adeoye Salem. It's a beautiful evening, and we start with the highlights. Like I told you, Africa will be telling good stories, and right now, one of the countries in Africa that will be telling good stories would actually be Nigeria. And what would be the reason? They'll be talking about John Obi Mikel. John Obi Mikel actually scored his first Champions League goal of his career on Tuesday night, on Wednesday night, actually. It was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful effort from John Obi Mikel. Actually, he had to tap in from, it says Fabregas cross, but the real thing is that the real story is that John Obi Mikel now has a Premier League goal and a Champions League goal after seven solid years of playing in Chelsea. Of course, we move from John Obi Mikel and we move to Samson Siasia. While they'll be telling sweet stories about John Obi Mikel, they'll be telling not so pleasant stories about Samson Siasia. Samson Siasia right now is facing problems with his under-23 team. Siasia invited 47 players to camp, but unfortunately for him, because this season, the under-23 campaign does not fall under FIFA's calendar, it's now becoming an issue for him because these overseas players are not responding to call, because not that they don't want to come, but because the clubs will not release them, because some of them are very, very vital to their club's engagement. And one of the players that Samson Siasia is actually banking on to actually play well for the team happens to be Kevin Akpoguma. Kevin Akpoguma, however, is saying he is not interested in playing for Nigeria's youth team. That's a problem. That's a challenge for Samson Siasia, because right now he needs to put all hands on deck, get all his hands on deck, let them play good football for him, get them well, drill them in camp, and hopefully get the best for the team in preparation for the under-23 tournament. But as it is right now, Kevin is saying he is not interested in playing for Nigeria's under-23 team, for Nigeria's youth team actually. But someone somewhere who actually was a one-time star of the under-23 team, of Nigeria's under-23 team, I'm talking about Daniel Omodiagbe, is actually speaking with Kevin right now. Daniel is saying that yes, we will speak to Kevin. He's actually speaking to Kevin and is hoping that somehow, some way, Kevin will be able to change his mind. One of the things that Daniel is saying is that, look, let's give Kevin a better deal. He's 19. He doesn't want to play for the youth team. He's playing for Germany's under-20 team. But he's hoping that if he gets to play, Daniel is saying if we offer Kevin a better deal, maybe give him a national team call-up into the Super Eagles, maybe that would convince him, because Kevin is good right now. He's doing well for Hoffenheim, and we wish him the best of luck. But more importantly, we wish he would play for Nigeria, because right now we need all hands on deck. Right now we move from Nigeria, we move to Mali. Mali's midfielder, Sambu Yatabare, is confident that Mali would do well at the African Cup of Nations in 2015. Right now, Mali, well, yes, they've never, ever lifted the trophy before. They've never been African champions, but they've come third twice, in 2012 and in 2013. That's actually a surprise for the team. But right now, Sambu is saying that, look, with the kind of talents that they have in the team, with the right kind of players, and if they can form the right kind of chemistry, and of course with Mother Nature, Mother Luck being on their side, and like we like to say in football, that the God of soccer also being on their side, that they can actually lift the AFCON trophy. Well, this is Mali's chance. Will they win it? Will they not? You know how we do it? It's Football Afrique. So log on to our social media. Follow us like our page on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and on Instagram as well. On Facebook, you know what it is, www.facebook.com/myR2TV. Of course, on Twitter, it is R2_TV. And on Instagram, it is at R2TV. And of course, the hashtag would be Football Afrique. Let's talk football as it concerns African. Do you think Mali stand a chance to lift this year's Nations Cup, to lift African Cup of Nations in 2015? Well, let's wait and see. From Mali, we move to Ghana. Avram Grant and Ghana have been in the news for some time right now. In the last 2-3 weeks, it's always been Avram Grant and Ghana. And right now, the latest coming from the Gold Coast is that Avram Grant is saying that Ghana's national team, though, that's the Black Stars team, the door is open to all comers, to all players who are interested in playing for the national team. Of course, you know that right now there have been issues with the Ghanaian national team, especially from the last World Cup, in which case they had to send Suleiman Tari and Kevin Prince Boateng back home. But right now, Avram Grant is saying the door is open, that these two players are also welcome. But the FA is singing a tune that is slightly different. They're saying, well, Grant is saying the door is open, but of course they, as the FA, is saying that, Mr. Grant, these players would have to apologize to the people of Ghana. Well, let's see how this turns out. Will Suleiman Tari and Kevin Prince Boateng accept the invitation if Avram Grant extends it to them? And do you think that right now that they are what the Ghanaian team is right now? Because right now in African football, we're looking at team discipline, we're looking at playing with the team, we're looking at being useful for the team, not just on the field of play, but also off field. And one of the reasons why Suleiman Tari and Kevin Prince Boateng were sent home from the World Cup, according to Ghanaian Football Authority, is the fact that Ghana's Football Authority is the fact that they were sent home for acts of indiscipline. Well, do you think they will make the team, and do you think they're the right one for the team? Let's talk about this on Football Afrique. Remember, the hashtag is Football Afrique. And of course, later in the day, as we go on in the program, our phone lines will be open. Of course, we move from Ghana and we cross the seas and we go to the Premiership. And right now, what's happening in the Premiership? Well, someone is saying someone should be benched. Former Manchester United star Gary Neville is actually saying that Manuel Pellegrini, that's a coach for Manchester City, should actually bench Yaya Toure. That you should try bench Yaya Toure. Why is Gary Neville saying this? Gary Neville was reacting after Manchester City pipped Roma by 2-0, courtesy of Aaron Ramsey. Aaron Ramsey scoring the first goal. What Neville is now saying is that Yaya Toure is so attack-minded that it creates problem for the defense. And it's a very, very, very dicey situation because he is pitching the blame on Yaya Toure when it goes wrong for Manchester City in the defense. But when it goes right, who should we blame? Should we praise Yaya for taking those running surge into the attack and providing the goal, or providing the assist, or providing the impetus for the attack for the attackers to take from there, to take from him and actually go win the game? Well, we'll see how this turns out. We'll see if Yaya would react. We'll see if he would keep quiet. Or also, we'll see if Manuel Pellegrini would take Gary Neville's advice and actually, and in reality, bench Yaya Toure. But of course, Neville is also pointing to one fact, and the fact is that Fernando and Fernandinho both played in the defensive midfield role against Roma, and they actually did well. And he's saying that because they played as a pair, which Yaya doesn't do, they were able to actually mind the defensive business and actually help Man City to actually come tops in that game. Also, well, he didn't just cite Yaya Toure alone, he also cited Sami Nasri and David Silva as being problem to the team when it comes to defensive business. Well, we'll see how this turns out. Will Manuel Pellegrini bench Yaya Toure? And do you think that Yaya is actually a problem when it comes to this case of defense, when it comes to playing defensively for Manchester City? Do you think he does his game well, or do you think he's actually one problem? Well, we'd like to see, we'd like to take your opinion on that. And quickly, before we go on this bit, on this time, we'd like to say that Equatorial Guinea is actually racing against time to host the rest of Africa come January 2015 for the African Cup of Nations. It's been a dicey affair, you know, because of the Ebola scare, the former host had to drop and Equatorial Guinea picked it up. But right now, they seem to be racing against time. Well, they are saying that they are prepared, that they've actually had to do things against time before, and right now that they are prepared and they believe that they'll be ready for the rest of Africa. Well, our arms are folded. We are waiting to see how this turns out. Well, in the meantime, we'll have to go on a short break. But when we return, we'll take issues on head from here. I'll be speaking with my friend, will be here with me, Bolaji Ademosu, and we'll be trashing out issues on this headline. And of course, don't forget that we'll still be talking about the big one, local leagues in Africa. Where did the magic go? Don't forget, this is still Football Afrique. And if you want to follow us on all of our social media, it is, you know, we do it on Facebook, www.facebook.com/myr2tv. On Twitter, at R2_TV. On Instagram, it is at R2TV. Let's talk with the hashtag Football Afrique. I'm still Adire Salem. Bolade Ademosu will join me soon. And in the meantime, keep it locked down, don't go away. We'll be back after this short break.
Hello, my name is Dubem Ukafo. I'm a model, signed up with Design International, Nigeria here. 5 random facts about me. First, I love eating apples. I eat an apple like every day. I'm a huge fan of soccer. I love soccer. I'm a huge fan of Real Madrid. I think I'm a ladies' man, but that's what they think though. I don't know. I have this cute girlfriend. Cute, always black. She's a camera. I can do anything in front of her. So many things. I can stand, pose, I can sing, haha, dance in front of her. I can do a vampire impersonation.
Of course, this is still Football Afrique, and we're still talking African football. I like to play the game of football. I love football so much, and I'm not the only African who love football. I'm sure you out there love football. You love the way we play the African way. All action-packed, we are strong, and we're powerful on the ball. And right now, we'll be talking African football. We'll be taking a look at some of the things that we discussed on some of the news that came to you on the highlights session. And I'm not doing it alone. I have my friend, my brother, Bolaji Ademosu. How you doing, BJ? Biggest boy. I like to call him Beard Gang. What's been happening? What's been happening? How's your week going?
We've just been chilling, man.
You just been chilling. You've just been chilling, and right now you want to chill on Football Afrique with me.
Exactly.
Okay, Bolaji, let's quickly go into the nitty-gritty of the game. Joy Mikel Obi, he got his first Champions League goal.
I'm happy for him. At least I saw an Instagram message with his girlfriend showing the world that he's happy about his man scoring his first Champions League goal. So that's a good one for him.
Okay.
Too bad for him that he's not on the list for African Footballer of the Year.
Okay, let's look at it. Do you think Mikel would ever win the African Footballer of the Year?
They're putting me on the spot.
I like.
I think right now, his prime is, I think he's not at his prime right now, because I think he did well some years back. But right now, how old is he right now? I can't.
Let's leave his age.
Okay, official age, I mean.
Whatever age, let's leave his age.
But right now, I think he still has to do a lot. And right now, he's not playing regularly. With Mourinho there, I don't see him, except he goes to another club to do, maybe change his club and do more like he does for Nigeria. Okay,
that's actually where one of the points that I was actually going to raise a little later. Before now, before the Champions League goal, over the weekend, Chelsea lost to Stoke City.
No, Newcastle.
So Newcastle, sorry. Chelsea lost to Newcastle. Yeah. And Mikel was at the center of the blame. A lot of blame was passed onto Mikel.
Exactly.
And the surprise factor was the fact that Mourinho still kept him in the team for the Champions League.
I think why Mourinho is banking on Mikel is like those times that we had Gary Balaba. He plays according to instruction. Play to the left, he's going left. Play to the right, he's going to play to the right. So I think Mourinho would need someone like Mikel at some certain stage of the 90 minutes, like, okay, dude, this is what you are doing. Do not go past this place. Go to this side. Do this and do this. He's not carried away when he's playing for Mourinho.
He's not carried away when he's playing for Mourinho?
He's not.
So are you saying he's carried away when he's playing for Nigeria?
He has more responsibility when he's playing for Nigeria.
How do you mean?
Everybody feels Mikel is the next Okocha then when he was coming up. So I think he still have that responsibility, like, okay, I have to do a lot maybe is feeling like, okay, I'll be the next captain after Eyama leaves. I think there's some certain responsibilities on him.
But when it comes to discipline level, I've actually think that Mikel, after the initial World Cup, after some crisis, has been doing well in the national team. He's been consistent, though he doesn't play or he doesn't meet up to expectation, but he's been doing well. I see him as the next captain of the Super Eagles. Do you think so?
I see him as the next captain as well. He's very quiet now, very, very quiet. He's staying away from controversies. Maybe he's seeing more of the doctors, like the psychologists, like, okay, dude, this is what is going on. This is how to play the game. You can't just keep getting yourself into trouble and all that. And I think he has matured over the time. That's one thing I've seen.
Okay, let's leave Mikel and let's come to Samson Siasia. Now, the youth team, the youth competition is always a problem. It's the preparation stage, especially now, falls outside FIFA's calendar. And Siasia is saying right now that he's having challenges with the overseas player that he's inviting to the national team. Do you think that this structure should be reworked as such that these players can, the competition can fall in under FIFA's calendar? Or do you think Siasia should come back home and take our local stars? What's your take?
I think you just have to replan. That's what I feel. Because coming back, taking all the home-based players, like, let's say, like 30 or 40 or even more.
He's invited 47 to come.
47. Imagine you've been struggling, you've been training, you've been doing all that, and at the last minute, some European-based players are still coming to take your shirt away from you. That's not nice.
So what's the way forward?
I think you should just plan. Plan like, okay, I'm sure of 15 European players. I'm sure of 10 European players that are going to be in this team. You watch them, you see them play in, out every week. You look at how they can fit into your team. Then you continue with the rest of the home-based players.
Okay. I'm not interested. Well, I'm interested in Samson Siasia. I'm interested in what he has to play. But there's a particular news here that I'm interested in the news, but I'm not interested in the whole scenario, in the sense that Kevin Akpoguma is actually saying he's not interested. There's a lot of interested and not interested here right now. He's not interested in playing for Nigeria's youth team. He's just 19. And Daniel Omodiagbe, a former under-23 star, is saying that maybe we should give him a better deal, maybe invite him to the Super Eagles. What's your take? Do you think, because he's playing for Offenham in Germany, he's fit enough for the national team, the Super Eagles in Nigeria?
Oh my God. Is his nickname Messi? I'm serious. 19-year-old. 19. And he's playing for...
Offenham in Germany.
Wow. Are you telling me there are no home-based players that can play better than him if they are given the chance? 19, and now he's saying he's not playing. Now you want to take him to the Super Eagles. Super Eagles.
But he's playing. He's in the German. He's in Germany's under 20 team.
So, Super Eagles. No, they should stop it. They should stop it. What? Don't you understand Super Eagles?
Kevin, you need to defend yourself here. Bolaji is saying, Super Eagles, deal or no deal? No deal, way. Actually. Okay, Avram Grant. Now, Ghana is constantly in the news. Avram Grant is right now saying, look, the door to this national team is open. Okay. Ghanaians, boom, come play. You know, he's saying the door is open. But of course, we all know the Suleiman Tari, Kevin Boateng's issue. The FA is saying yes. He's saying yes, the door is open, but it's not automatic. And the FA is also saying that these players have to tender an apology. Now, what's the story here? What's happening?
A player is not bigger than the national team.
A player is not bigger than the national team?
No way. If a player is bigger than the national team, then it's not called a national team. The national team is for the nation, and a player cannot be bigger than a country. So even if there's something wrong, they should sort it out. Yeah, okay. If Abanga feels, okay, I need these players, look at IK. At the last minute, something was done about it. What's this Russian-born guy? Osaze. Something was... So I think something is going to be done.
But do you think that, this is where my question lies. You know, you said something last week. You said, is Ghana trying to rebuild or they are looking for a short-term solution? So are you saying that right now, if they're looking for a short-term solution, they may call Suleiman Tari back and Kevin Prince Boateng, but if they are trying to build, do you think Suleiman Tari and Kevin Prince Boateng are still relevant to the team?
Even if they are trying to build, you need experienced players.
Okay.
And I know they are very, very experienced. They are very, very good. Even in their teams, Europe, they are good. Suleiman Tari, AC Milan, they can't, as in, he is good.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, you need to work it out. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You need to work it out. If they don't need you now, they might need you later. Even if they don't need you again, just work it out. Keep a clean record. What's wrong with the Messis, all these great players? Look at Pelé. He was a good footballer, and he still had the discipline.
Okay.
What's wrong with those ones?
Okay. Now, this is a strong point of topic for me. We all know Gary Neville, great player for Manchester United, ex-Manchester United star. Now he's a pundit, he's a football pundit. And now he's saying that maybe Manuel Pellegrini should actually bench Yaya Toure. And the reason is, the excuse he's given is that Yaya Toure is extremely, well, let me use this, let me paraphrase what he said. He said Yaya Toure is so attack-minded that it creates problem for the defense when the team loses the ball and it's time for defense. That means it's time for them to defend. That means Yaya does not come back to support the defense. And for that reason, he's saying, okay, bench him, because at least sometimes bench him, because Fernando and Fernandinho, who stood in for him at the Champions League game, because he was suspended, did extremely well. What's your take?
My take on that, one, when he was at Barcelona, he wasn't playing
defensive midfield.
He was more of a defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
When he's now in Man City, I think he's more on the attacking side. And I think it's because of the coach instructed him to do so.
But really, if we take our mind back to Barcelona, Yaya has always been known to always, at some point, take that risk, take the ball, and surge forward, even though he was playing.
Exactly, you're right.
As a DA.
You're right. But you can't compare to now. That is why a Fernandinho is at the back of Yaya. Like you're a brother's keeper. Not coming back to help them. That I disagree. But that doesn't mean it should be benched. How can you? They can't bench him.
Okay. At this junction, I'd like to say, are you being partial? Because if you have a chance to vote for Yaya, if you have a chance to pick the African Footballer of the Year, I'm quoting you verbatim right now. I told you I'm going to put you on the spot on this one. If you have a chance to vote for Yaya, you already say you would like him to be the African Footballer of the Year. So are you saying, why would you bench my African Footballer of the Year? Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I'm saying.
So what are you saying?
And I'm not saying I'll vote for Yaya. I just said to be real, as in to be real, as in to not be judging sentimentally or stuff. Yaya is the best player in the continent right now.
So I'm taking your word as your vote.
I can still vote for Yama now. I'm just speaking.
Okay, all right.
So, but I just think it should be cautioned, should be instructed, dude, get back.
Okay, but let me ask you this.
Help us out.
Okay, you said help us out. Let me ask you this. What do you think Yaya is more beneficial, attack or defense for Man City? Let's be very realistic now.
I think if Yaya is 100% like he's on the field, everybody's running away from him because he has the body, the physique is strong. As in, his shots are almost accurate.
But Mikel seems to be able to stop him. Mikel stopped him at the Nations Cup.
I didn't watch that match.
Okay, but like you saying, you didn't see that match. But really, the Yaya situation has been on for a while now. First of all,
I heard it. It's all over the internet, and I think it's just been blown. I think they should just caution him if they want him back. But I think Fernandinho, the back for company is there.
Yeah, but company has not been playing for some time now. He's out injured.
Yeah, he's out injured. So with a Fernandinho and maybe, there's this guy, is their number 7, Miller or something. Milner.
James Milner?
James Milner. He's good. He comes back. It's a workaholic guy. I see him running back, running to the front. Some players are just there. Like Sami Nasri.
Yeah, actually, he penciled Sami Nasri's name. Okay, yes, it was Nasri I wanted to say when I said Ramsey the other time. So people at home, please take out your correction pen and actually correct that, because I said Nasri. I said Ramsey instead of Nasri. The name has a rhyme to it sometimes, and this is African football. I'm concerned about the African. Okay, all right. Okay, he mentioned Ramsey. He mentioned Nasri and David Silva. So do you think they're also culprits in this act?
David Silva, Nasri are players that are attack-minded. It's just, you're saying a Messi coming back to come and defend. You know, it's not in their style, except you instruct them, except you make it consistent, like, dude, you have to come back. Dude, you have to come back. Dude, you have to, and I don't think that kind of football they play, they don't believe the remaining 7 or 6 are not capable to hold
4, 5, 6 players.
They are coming towards them, because imagine a counter and they are not there to pick up the ball.
So I think it's a very dicey one. But whatever it is at the end of the day, being the head coach of such a team, a pool of talented players, is actually not very, very easy. Okay, the last one on the list, Equatorial Guinea.
They are ready.
Well, they're saying they're ready. Some are saying the news right now is that they're racing against time to be ready. But they're saying that they would have to fly some of the toughs from Europe. They're just flying the grass from Europe. Do you think? Don't you think that there's an over dependency on European technology, European this, European that, for football in Africa?
Right now, there's no time.
There's no time, really.
All they need to do is get the result.
Okay.
And if the European stuff is going to make them get the results, rather, let them go for it.
Okay.
As in, I don't think they have that adequate time to prepare.
It's about
less than a month.
A month thereabouts.
So if they start building and start building and start building and start building, and they don't get to build or they don't get to finish what they are building, so why don't they just go for the ready-made stuff and just put it together, assemble, give us what we want.
Okay, all right. It's our offshore roundup. It's been very interesting speaking with Bolaji Ademosu. You know, you've heard his views. Well, it doesn't end here. You can always join us on our social media. Remember, Facebook is www.facebook.com/R2TV. And of course, Instagram is at R2TV. And Twitter is at R2_TV. And also remember, when we come back, the phone lines will be open. And the big question of the day, local leagues, where did the magic go? You can call in, you can participate on the social media. It's Footballer Freak. My name is Adil Salem, I'm with Bolaji Ademosu, and we're playing the game the African way. Don't go away, we'll be back after this timeout.
Entertainment at its best. R2TV.
How supersonic fast are you in thoughts? Do you think you can answer 10 questions correctly in 120 seconds? Then you are right on for Beat the Clock. Answer all 10 questions correctly and win fabulous and amazing prizes.
Hi, I love sports. This is where you get the best, the greatest, like Muhammad Ali. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. On R2TV.
Footballer Freak. My name is still Adil Salem, and we are on that one big question. Local leagues, where did the magic go? Bolaji, did you ever experience the local leagues, especially the Nigerian league?
Like, go to the stadium to see a match?
Okay, maybe we should start from there. Did you ever go to any of our stadiums? You're in Lagos. Okay, I know you way back from Ibadan. We had Adamasingba, we had Liberty Stadium, and then in Lagos here we've always had Onikan Stadium, then there was National Stadium, and then Teslim Balogun. You know, did you ever at any time go to see a match in any of this stadium?
Once.
Once. What match was that?
It was 3SC against was it El Ali or one?
That's the CAF
Champions League.
What year was that?
Wow, I can't remember. I was young, man.
Okay, you were young.
I was very, very young.
Okay, what was the experience like for you?
It was evergreen. As in, you can't compare. The house was full. There was noise, the trumpet, the drums, people saying, giving their own thoughts, and you're like, man, this is crazy, man, this is funny, this is, a lot. The stadium was full, jam-packed.
It was full, it was jam-packed. Now you're making me, okay, I had another experience that I love, that made me love African football. It was an indirect experience in the sense that we live very close to the National Stadium, Surulere.
Yeah, that's true.
And after any match, we would just wait outside, and then we would beg for caps. It took me a while to realize that most of the people that give us their caps actually were supporters of the team that actually lost the game.
You say yes.
Because when you just ask in Yoruba, then in my mother tongue we say, "But they're from Fila," which means, brother, give me cap.
Cap.
And then you just see the person just remove the cap and and then lose, and then we go. And it took me time. It's always very difficult to find a very happy face, who will give you his cap. But that was the passion then, the love and the passion, and then you had to grow up, you had to see Abiola Babes, versus Wanyao National, Leventis United, and then lately BCC Lions of Boko. And I would always remember
El Kanemi Warriors.
Those were in the later stages, Moses and Tafakakbo. And of course, I would always remember that at that time, we had Edward Ansah, who had to come from Ghana to play in Nigeria.
I think it was Abiola Babes or Leventis United.
I think he played for Leventis United, I think. I'm not sure now. But really, now, compare that feeling, that experience that you had, going to the stadium to see that Champions League game.
To now?
To now. First of all, to what you experienced seeing an European game.
Oh, I think that is like two far situations right now. Because right now, the local league is not supported. I just feel that way. There's no noise about it. There's no news about it. I think the administration part is not even alive.
Okay. All right. Don't forget that the phone lines are open. BJ, it's the nostalgia is unbelievable. I look at the league now. I look at what we have now. It's not something to write home about. But then don't forget, the phone lines are open. Let's talk. Local leagues, where did the Magic go? What happened to the Magic? The phone lines are open. The numbers are scrolling on your screen, but I'll call them out again. You can reach us on 08091222283, 08091222284, 08091222285, and 08091222286. And of course, you can also put up your comment on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Local leagues, where did the Magic go? I missed it. BJ, I'd still like to take your experience on this one. Okay, now, look at it. What do you think? What would you say is wrong? Is it administration, or is it what actually is wrong? What do you think is wrong?
I think it's the administration.
Why is that so?
There's some things that are supposed to be in place.
Okay.
There's some rules that are supposed to be laid down. Anybody that goes against those rules should be punished. Administration-wise, you go for expertise. Expertise that are not corrupt, because some expertise are still corrupt. Expertise that are not corrupt. The funniest thing about this league is when it's nice, if it's rolling, like we are balling, much money is made out of this league.
Okay.
Fine, it might not be going to those corrupt guys. It's going to the body. And a lot is going to be achieved. I'm happy I had some players are being paid well.
Well, how well is it well?
I don't know.
Okay.
I can't say that. But I heard some players are being paid well by some certain
clubs.
You understand? And there's a lot. The referee side, I would say my uncle, or I would say my auntie, her husband was a former referee.
Okay.
They beat the guy. Dude, they beat this guy for saying the truth on the field.
Whoa.
So, coming from that, how can last season, I was checking last season, just concluded Premier League.
Okay.
Kano Pillars won, right?
Yes.
Kano Pillars lost. They lost how many times? They lost 15 times away.
Okay. I was coming to that. They lost 15 times away.
The champions of our league lost 15 times away. Abba, that is not right. In the English Premiership, if you are losing 5 times, 6 or 7 times, you cannot be a contender. You're out.
Okay, there's this. I had to look at the result with someone. You would hardly find that you don't lose at home. That's almost become a taboo. Why is that so?
Even 3SC won like 13 times at home. They drew 5. They lost maybe like once or twice.
So
it is so close that you just look at it like, okay, you can't even place a bet on it that Kano Players is going to Eyimba to go and defeat them. No way. They'll beat the referee. What are you talking about?
Okay. So now you've pinpointed administration. Now you're also talking about officiating. Now, okay. Don't forget the phone lines are open. It's still 08091222284, 08091222285, and 08091222286. Let's talk. Where did they get it wrong? What really happened? Okay, now, it seems as if the focus has been on Nigeria, but it seems that there are other leagues in Africa that are doing well. A good example is Egypt. They won the Nations Cup back then when they won it with nearly all local leagues. Now, the leagues that are not doing extremely well, what do you think they've been doing wrong? You've mentioned administration, you've mentioned officiating. What about marketing? What about branding?
Okay, if your administration is not wrong, this foundation is not solid, who would want to put money on you?
Okay.
Tell me. Who would want to put money on you when we know that I'm going to watch a match, apart from the fact that it is not going to be so authentic, because maybe the referee has been worked on, the excitement, like, okay, my team will play. And your team is playing for 90 minutes, and like on the dot of 90 minutes, there's a penalty. And nobody can say anything about it for the home team. And the better team.
Okay.
So you expect the giant companies to just come, okay, let's put money in it, let's invest, let's do this. No.
But somewhat, at some point in time, we all thought that it was actually the marketing. That it was actually that this team's it was actually media, the media rights and all that. They were not on TV. But right now in Nigeria, for instance, I know in Nigeria, I know Ghana, I know Kenya, I know that they are being the broadcast rights. Matches are being shown.
Yeah, but they are shown on DSTV. Are they shown locally on local TV stations? Are they shown locally?
Where the people can actually see.
Exactly. On a DSTV. You are watching a local match and maybe another European match is on. Dude, come on. I'm watching my European, not because I don't want to watch the Nigerian league or whatever, but there's so much to it.
Okay.
There's so much to be brought back into it.
Okay.
The crowd, the noise, the adverts, so much.
Okay, I'd like to take you up on this one. In your own words now. From your own perspective, you've mentioned there's a whole lot, so much. I've seen people at some point in time get up and say, okay, we need to bring back the league. We need to bring it back. We need to make it very interesting. And then they come back, they come up with proposals, with big proposals and all of that. Then they go back and they come back and they say that, look, the people at administration are not doing well. They're not responding to us. They're not this, they're not that. What can we do? Really, what can we do?
What can we do? I think we just have to go back to the books, check out our history, how it was run then. Then, like I said, we call on the experts to really sit them down and tell them, okay, this is what we are gunning for. This is what we need. How do you come in? How do we do it right this time around? And all hands on deck. Not like some corrupt people are looking at the way they can, chop out of the money that is coming in, stuff like that. Everybody has to, like transparency. Like, this is it. If we have, like, okay, it is pink, it is blue, yeah, let's vote. Pink, 9, blue, 2, pink as 1. Okay, let's go for pink. And before you go for pink, you examine it, you do a proper, what's it called? Analysis about the pink before you put it out. And like I said, what is good, people will accept it. They will accept it. I will go to the stadium to watch the match. And the infrastructures. What about the field? What about the technical area part of development? Stuff like that.
Okay, do you think that if we involve soccer stars, do you think that there's a chance that the league will get better? Do you think?
It depends. If they are the experts.
If they are the experts.
Yeah, let them do it.
Okay, but there was a time J.J. Okocha and John Fashanu contested for NFF president in Nigeria. And then after the elections, they were bittered. They were bittered not there, and they had to say that they've never seen an election go that way before. So, that means that something is wrong right from the leadership selection process. I don't want to say election process. Okay, so if you, Bolaji, had to do, had to create a roadmap for the national team, for the local leagues, where and how will you start? From where would you start from?
Number one, you have to put out a criteria.
Okay.
Like, okay, if you are this, and this, you can actually contest.
Okay.
You can't bring a Nollywood person to come and run your football stuff. That is wrong.
Why did you have to say Nollywood?
No, I'm just saying, okay, sorry, you can't bring... I actually wanted to say an army officer, but,
But the army also plays sports. Something is wrong somewhere.
No, the thing is, if he's an army officer and he has the experience, and we know that he can do it,
okay,
then let's give him the job.
Okay.
But someone that doesn't know about your football cannot come and tell us this is it. He cannot tell us the way forward. We want a leader. A leader leads.
Okay.
So criteria, first thing.
Okay.
After criteria, then you check out their strength.
Okay, BJ, we have a caller. Japhet is calling from Asaba. So hello, Japhet, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm doing well.
Okay, Japhet, thank you for calling in from Asaba. I hope you enjoy African football and hope you're enjoying Football Afrique.
Very well.
Okay.
Very well.
All right, Japhet. Okay.
Fine.
So what do you have to say? Local leagues, where did the magic go?
Local league, first of all, I want to say Nigerian league is not helping at all.
Okay.
I guess that's the reason why we not make the Nations Cup. But in general, I think I'm not really a big fan of Nigerian local league because they don't really inspire me to watch them.
Okay.
So, and
Japhet,
I believe...
Japhet, let me ask you, why are you not inspired to watch this team? Why are you not inspired to watch the league?
Well, I'm not inspired because mostly this league is only shown on DSTV, that's Super Sport, and for those that don't have Super Sport like me, I'm always on the dark. It's only when I get to buy a paper in the morning that I get to know about this league and the result and all that. And I think for it to be accepted by Nigerians, this league should be shown on local stations, just as they do in England also.
Okay, so that means that Bolaji, Japhet is actually towing your line that says that, look, let's see the league in all homes. Okay, Japhet, that's actually your own solution to this. That's actually one of the solutions you're preferring. Thank you very much for calling, Japhet. Keep watching Football Afrique, and don't forget that this discussion doesn't end here. Let's talk more on the social media: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you, Japhet. Okay, Bolaji, Japhet just told you a lie.
Because that's the truth.
Okay.
Like some things, when they are made accessible, it goes, boom.
Okay.
So I think putting it on, you know, like, put it to the faces of the fans. Put it to the faces. It wants to go like it. Put it there like, okay, watch this, see this, like a trial.
Watch it, live it, dream it.
Dream it like a trial. And you know, when something is consistent, you're like, okay, there's today's match. El Kanemi Warrior, Canopy Lights, oh no. Let's see what we can get out of it. And before you know it, people are getting addicted. They're getting addicted. But you know, I mean, like you said, it's on DSTV. How many people would put them or tune into DSTV and watch Nigerian Local League?
Okay, good people out there. Japheth has just given us a pointer. He's actually towing the line of Bolaji. He's saying that, okay, look, these matches are not in the faces of people. And so put them on our faces. Let us see these matches. So football administrators across Africa, across the continent of Africa, you need to bring the matches home. The ordinary people love the game of football. Africa loves to play. Africans love to play. So let us see the game on the level where it is played. Okay, Bolaji, that is one. You talked, you actually, you and Japheth now are towing the same line and you're saying, look, media-wise, this game needs to be put in our faces. Okay, all right, now, so you've pinpointed that. Now, what about player branding?
Player branding.
I'm not even talking about club branding right now. Club branding is another thing entirely. Because right now, I can't walk on the streets of Lagos, for instance, and see the jersey of 3SC or see the jersey of El Kanemi Warriors or Kano Pillars and love to buy quality. But let's even leave that. That's another issue on its own. Let's talk about player branding. I mean, player branding is where you know, players get to do. We don't even know these players before we can even say let us brand them.
I'm just looking at you because when it comes to branding, there's a lot.
Okay.
Like, I want to invest and I must have my return.
I must have my return.
So, who is that player?
In Nigeria, in our local leagues, in Nigeria, Ghana, except
the moment that player is being watched and is known, I'm telling you, he's running to Europe. So how do you place your money on him? That is why administration, things need to stand right.
Okay.
If things are right, the branding will come. It will, you know, like, you are hot. They will chase you. But, you know, at the moment you are hot, you are off. Because the admin side is not okay. You know, the development side is not, you know, even the technical part of it.
Okay. So we've actually been able to pinpoint a whole lot of issues here. Administrative-wise, it's not okay? Okay. All right, hold on there, BJ. I'd like to hold on to that thought. We'd like to take this call from Emmanuel. Emmanuel, how are you doing? Good evening.
Good evening.
Emmanuel, good evening. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right.
You're calling from the UK. Emmanuel, thank you for calling.
Did you say
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Wow.
There's something I want you to know very well. You guys know very well. When it comes to football,
okay,
you just don't put football on the air like that, like what your other guy was saying.
Okay.
Because one, you need a sponsor.
Okay.
To sponsor this match and all that.
Okay.
So, where do you want Nigeria football to get the money from?
What did you say?
First of all, what we need right now is
sponsors.
People to sponsor, yes. People to spend money. We need money.
Emmanuel, sorry I had to cut you short. I'd like to ask you, I think you and Bolaji are towing the same line here. You know, Bolaji, you said something about administration. He's saying something about sponsors. Emmanuel, I'd like to ask you, don't you think that if the admin side of it is not right, then sponsors would not come?
That's not the see. One, most companies in Nigeria, which I know very well, most companies in Nigeria, they don't want to spend their money on local games.
Okay.
Because I remember it was like last year, I personally was part of people that was providing jersey for senior stores.
Okay.
Yes, me, then two other guys, my friends, were the one providing jersey for them. Which is not supposed to be so. Because senior stores, this is an old club. You know, way back, the day of beating me.
Collins beating me, barbed wire for stores back then.
You know, yes. You know, so all of a sudden, that club just went like that, and till now, they're just there. Nobody even knows anything about them anymore.
Okay.
Look at the Rentis too. Where's the Rentis right now? The Rentis is gone. I better base. Concord.
Yeah.
You know, so what we really need, first of all, what we need right now is sponsors. Government should let them sponsor our local games.
Okay.
Yeah, so, all right.
Emmanuel, thank you. And don't forget, let's continue this discussion on our social media pages, www.facebook.com/myr2tv and on Twitter at r2_TV. Thank you very much, Emmanuel, for calling, and we wish you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year out there in the United Kingdom. All right. Okay. Emmanuel just called, and he's actually pouring his heart out there. I think Emmanuel is on the same page with you. Oh, no, he's on the same, in the same book with you, but it's just on a different page, you know.
Exactly.
He's opened the page for us on a different chapter. You know, he's saying that we need sponsors. Yes. Do you agree that we need sponsors?
Definitely. We can't, the federal government can't give us all the money that we want, even if they're going to invest.
And they can't even put all the fanfare.
Exactly. But, you know, before a sponsor comes in, he needs to see what is going on. Okay. And that is where the administration part or the administrative part comes in.
Okay. All right. Now, it's been a beautiful evening on Football Afrique. Our time is fast spent. But Bolaji, look, I just want you to do me a favor. You have 30 to 40 seconds to actually give me your final summation on this matter. Then you and I will continue. I'm going to tackle you. You're going to tackle me on the social media. But this time around, it's not tackling because really, I think we are on the same page on this one. But I'd like you to just tell the people out there your final summation. What do you think can be done to bring back the magic in the local league?
Yeah, what I just feel, or what I feel personally, is getting the administration right. And when I mean the administration, it's like going back, the foundation. What is wrong? How do we do this? How can we move forward? After then you get the expertise. The expertise that are not corrupt. Because with a corrupt system, things don't work.
Okay.
Things don't work. When you get those, then you sit down and you table everything like, okay, this is how it is going to be done, and you stick to it.
Okay.
It's not like you're in the middle and someone is bringing something else and you're trying to divert. No. Do a proper feasibility study. And when you do that, and when you do a feasibility study, you might go wrong, but when you do it and you're right, then you can never go wrong.
Okay, all right. Bolaji has actually given his own point of view, and it's been a very interesting topic. For me, I'd like to say this. We need, for the local leagues, for the magic to come back, for me to have those dreams that I used to have, for me to go out and want to see football, then we need to take it, like he said, from the grassroots. We need to go back from the administrative stages. We need to take everything step by step. We need to develop the grassroots. We need to play football from where football should be played, and that's from the cradle. Then our administration needs to be right. But of course, we are not the only ones who's got views and opinions. We also like you to take your views and opinion. That's why our social media pages are there for you. Thank you, Japheth, for calling all the way. Thank you, Emmanuel. For calling all the way from the United Kingdom. The show continues. It never ends. Football Africa never ends. Africa never stops playing. And of course, we will never stop talking about African football. My name is Adiri Salem, and I'm glad to have my friend and my brother Bolaji Ademosu in the house. Till we come your way again next week, keep playing, keep winning. Africa loves the game, and more importantly, Africa loves you. See you, same time, same station, next week.
Peace.